Hi guys, welcome back to the Watch Mission. Today we're going to look at something a little bit different here. This is the Yema DigiDisc. So it has a very different look than most people are used to. If you're a watch enthusiast, you've seen them around, I've seen them around. But when you wear this out, people are like, what the hell is that thing? And they do think that it's a digital watch of some sort to begin with. But this has two spinning discs inside to be able to tell the time. And I think Yema has done a really good execution of this. They kind of stayed true to the original that was out there. As far as the design, the case shape, even the bracelet, everything looks very similar. I really like what they've done here. So, they don't offer this watch anymore. It just sold out, I think, middle of last year. So you might ask, why am I even reviewing it? Well, just like I did, you could get it on, one of the forums or one of the Discord groups or whatever. And I happened to get it on Bruce Williams' Discord group. So he's got a large group of folks there that hang out, good group of guys, and you can trust them, which is the big thing when you're buying watches, from folks you don't really know. So it helps to have that kind of security to be able to just say, hey, I know these guys, we talk all the time, and we just go back and forth as far as either just letting each other loan stuff or whatever it is. So anyway, just a shout out to those guys. I really enjoy being there with them. So back to the watch here. So what they've done, they've got a really neat looking retro 70s brown dial face going on there. And when you hit that light right, I mean, it really looks cool. In pictures, I've had people tell me that it looks like wood or, it looks like copper. But when you see it in person, you don't think that at all. And hopefully it's coming through in video here as well. But it's just got a good contrasting dial inside there. That's got a really good, not a texture, but a good design to it that really reflects the light and plays with the light quite a bit as it's on your wrist. It's a tough one to photograph. It's a tough one to kind of show on video here because it's so reflective. So it's going to be too bright, or you're going to look at the lights, you're going to look at my face, whatever it's going to be. So yeah, you will see just that absolute mirror polished dial, and it is a fingerprint magnet. So it's a little hard to wear, but I really do enjoy it. It's been something that I've wanted for a long time. The only ones I could really find out there were actually from the 70s, and they're not going to work, right? They're just not going to. So it's nice to get something like this that kind of stuck really true. It does have a signed crown there, by the way. It sticks true to the nature of what they made in the past. So I'm really pleased to have gotten this for such an amazing deal. I mean, it's like it's new out of the box. So you will hear a lot of YouTube reviewers say, be careful with Yema. They have quality control problems. They're not built very well. That might be true. I'm not doubting that that's their experience. This will be my second one. I've had no problems with the first one whatsoever. So this is the second, and this one is an automatic movement. And it's actually a very good looking automatic movement. I'm pretty impressed with the way that looks. I haven't cracked it open yet to actually see it, but they say it's an in-house caliber Yema 2000. I don't know too much about it, to be honest with you. 42-hour power reserve. It looks great. Here, Yema has a few really good pictures, and I'll throw some of mine in here as well. I took a lot of time to kind of get these shots set so that you could really see the watch without those reflections. And it was tough to do. Usually us YouTube reviewers, we do this, right? We have a camera where we get nice and close, and we try to get whatever we can as close as we can. But what I had to do is basically use a sports photography lens, a 70-200, get way back, get the lighting right, get everything away that could reflect off of that so that it could show through. And I think it worked out pretty well. I think it looks pretty good on there. So, they say the DigiDisc here that it's inspired by modern Japanese architecture combined with retro futuristic style. And I think they're right. I do think it's got a nice futuristic vibe to it. You know, it's kind of again, a 70s style futuristic vibe, like you might have seen in Lost in Space or something like that, where this would just be like, you know, unheard of. It does have a sapphire crystal, which is very good. I do worry about this watch more than almost anything else I have out there as far as getting scratched on my wrist. The only other one that I worry about as much would be this Meistersinger here. So just a quick sidebar, like I always do in every freaking video. I can never stick to one topic. So I got this Meistersinger and wore it, and on day one it scratched, and I thought, how's that possible? This entire thing is sapphire. How could that possibly scratch? Well, at what, $1,400 or whatever it is, it is not sapphire. So that is a mineral crystal on there. I still love the way it looks, but now, you know, I'm extra cautious with it because it doesn't have sapphire on there, and it will scratch pretty quick. And of course, the rest of it is very high polish as well. So, you know, these kinds of watches are kind of tough to deal with on a working regular basis. So probably won't wear it to work very often, but still like it. So the dimensions on this is 36 millimeters. The case is stainless steel. The lug inside there, although you're not really going to replace that with anything that's going to look any better than what that is, I'm positive of that. That's a 24 millimeter lug, and it is the bracelet that's on there is of course stainless steel as well, the same stainless steel. It does have an adjustable clasp, which is very easy to adjust. I did like that quite a bit, and it's signed it is signed there at the bottom as well. And I like it. I think it looks really good. It's got a nice taper to it. It fits pretty good. So today I've got the Fair on, which still is kind of a bit of a daily wear. I just love that to bits. It's really been a great watch. I like it a lot. So yeah, I've got a 6.5 inch wrist there, so I do have a small wrist, but it fits quite well when you look at the actual measurements. So kind of the lug to lug end is 43 millimeters, so it is nice and small. But I've seen guys with bigger wrist wear this, and it looks just fine. But you know, it's got good thickness to it at 10, so it wears pretty good there. The actual dial distance itself in there is about 27 millimeters, again, just for reference, and you guys kind of know already what you know, your average, you know, 38, 39, 40 millimeter watch has as a dial. So this is still a pretty small dial, but it's very legible. It's very easy to read the time. No complaints about that whatsoever. Also, guys, don't forget to go back and watch the video of the Forzo. I know I've said this for a few videos in a row, but you got a really good chance to win this. If you join my Discord, we've got we've got 5 guys on there now, and I keep lowering what it's going to be. So it's now, I think I'm going to give this thing away at 15 subscribers. So you'll have a 1 in 15 chance. So go back, watch that video, see if that's a watch that you want, and I guarantee you that it is. And then, you know, like the video, comment. But the way that you actually have to enter is you'll join my Patreon, and the Patreon gets you access to the Discord. And once I hit 15, those 15 people will get a chance to win that watch, and one of those 15 will win it. And I plan on doing this, you know, probably every couple of months or so to give away a watch like one like this. In this price range, and maybe something even a little greater every once in a while. So don't let that opportunity pass you by. So I like what Yema did with this. I know Yema gets a bad rap quite a bit, but it's not, you know, it's not an expensive watch. I picked this one up for $200. That's a great deal for everything that I'm getting there. So I have zero regrets about that. And I like how Yema had fun with it. They did a great job here, and you know, it is once again a great conversation piece, and that's one of the things that I look for. I look to enjoy what I wear. I look to, you know, have people talk about it, and I like kind of engaging in those conversations. So you know, if you can find one, so far I recommend picking one up. I'll let you know if my mind changes at all. Thanks.